So what is my accent? A lot of you have asked. So I grew up in Connecticut, but my accent is usually described as a kind of general American. But this is a terrible, terrible, terrible name for it, and we can do better. A linguist named, I kid you not, George Philip Crapp came up with General American back in 1925 to refer to rhotic American pronunciation that was neither Southern nor fancy R-less East Coast. Think FDR and Katharine Hepburn. At the time, that meant mostly Midwestern and Western. 100 years ago, there was less regional and ethnic accent differentiation than there is today, so general may have been somewhat defensible. But one problem with general American is it isn't one accent. You can pronounce caught and caught identically, like Chris Pratt, or differently, like Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise, and still be a general American speaker. Now that's a whole extra sound, more or less, in your inventory. It's a big structural difference. The biggest problem, though, is that the people who speak so-called general American are anything but general. They might be hard to pin down geographically, but for the most part, they're college educated and upper middle class, or in media, academia, or the arts. They probably represent 15% of the population, 20 tops. So how can something be general if it's only one person in 7? Let's toss general American. Let me offer a replacement. PARAGON American. Privileged accent regarded as general or neutral. Because that's the other problem with so-called general American and with the way accents like mine are viewed, whatever they're called. They're not neutral. There's no such thing as a neutral accent, or as not having an accent. But even if there were, it wouldn't be one that's spoken by a small minority of the population, no matter how visible they might be. So it's a little ironic, PARAGON American, and you're welcome to say it sarcastically. But I think it gets at the main point, which is that these accents are not general and not neutral, and it's important to correct that perception. What do you think? PARAGON American? Good replacement or not?